Hello, friends. It's Mike, and the Toronto Maple Leafs are playing the Bruins tonight. Game 3. The Leafs are down 2-1, and you're probably asking, what are their chances of winning? So, what we'll do here is look back at all 752 best-of-7 series in the history of NHL going back to 1918 and use a little bit of math and try and figure it out. So let's say your favorite team is up with a 2-0 lead. That's pretty good. An 86.3% chance of winning the best of 7 series. Only 55 teams have come back to win after losing the first 2 games. In 1972, in the Stanley Cup Finals, the Boston Bruins with Bobby Orr beat the New York Rangers in the first 2 games, 6-5, 2-1, using their home ice advantage. And then they went on to win the series and the Stanley Cup 4-2. After 3 games, it's very common to see a team up 2-1. This again is a solid lead in a best of 7 series. A team with a 2-1 game lead has a 68.9% chance of winning the series, with this being the outcome 380 times in NHL playoff history. 171 teams have come back to win from a 2-1 deficit. The Leafs will have to be one of them, and they have a 31.1% chance of doing it. Not impossible, but tough. Go Leafs, go. In the 1980 Stanley Cup Finals, the New York Islanders took a 2-1 series lead over the Philadelphia Flyers, with the Islanders and Mike Bossy going on to win the Cup 4-2 after splitting the first 2 games. Very important to remember that when a best of 7 series is tied 1-1, the winner of Game 3 holds an all-time series record of 234-120, winning the series 66.1% of the time. 32 teams have overcome a 3-1 game deficit. The most recent was just last year, the 2023 first round, in Florida surprisingly beat the first place overall Boston Bruins in 7 games. But let's call a spade a spade. The team that has a 3-1 series lead is almost a lock with over a 90% chance of winning. Also notable among these 32 teams are the 1990 Edmonton Oilers in the Smythe Division semifinal, who overcame a 3-1 deficit to beat the New York Jets. And they went on that year. The Oilers went on to win their 5th and last Stanley Cup. Now, the ultimate. A 3-0 series lead. Now, the odds of coming back after losing the first 3 games, as you can imagine, are dismal, just 2%. In the history of NHL playoff best of 7 series, only 4 teams have ever come back to win after being down 3-0. The most recent was a decade ago when the LA Kings beat San Jose in the 2014 first round after losing the first 3 games to the Sharks. The first time a 3-0 deficit was overcome was actually by the Toronto Maple Leafs in 1942 when the Leafs beat the Detroit Red Wings in the Stanley Cup Finals. That's the only time a 3-loss deficit was overcome in the Stanley Cup Final. And we should note that 5 NHL teams have actually evened the series after being down 3-0, only to lose Game 7. Too bad. The source for all the information I just gave you is quite simply from the 2014 NHL Interactive Information Guide and NHL.com. This is what the bracket looks like on Saturday, April 27th. Some interesting and challenging matchups if you're cheering on your favorite team. Good luck.